One was around conversion rate optimization, and we wanted to know how e-commerce companies can increase their conversion rates and what their current conversion rates are. So if we look at this chart, I think many e-commerce companies are going to find it reassuring. We found that most conversion rates fall below 5%. So that's what, when we're talking about conversion rates, we're talking about final conversion to sale. But as we were talking about, Ben, we don't want to look at that as either a ceiling or a floor, right? I mean, this is just what we're finding from other e-commerce companies. Doesn't mean that you should necessarily look at this and say, oh, I can only get this specific number and settle for it.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we see this a lot in the industry, that on the one hand, you do want benchmarks. You want to know what other companies are doing, other merchants are doing, and we consistently see that conversion rates are in the 2 to 5% as an industry standard. At the same time, you don't want to fall into the trap of thinking, okay, I'm in that 2 to 5% range, so I must be doing fine or I must be doing well. In reality, every e-commerce business is unique, and there are some pretty simple things that we see that a lot of merchants can do in order to really ramp up their conversion rates. I'll go through a couple of them. And one of the biggest things that we see is that merchants haven't invested enough in building a really engaging design for their website, a really engaging user experience. One of my favorite notes from a Forrester report recently was that the only sustainable advantage that companies will have is a deep understanding of their customers and a deep ability to engage them. And if you're not creating a really engaging experience at your site, that's going to impact conversion. Beyond that, there are some simpler things that I think companies can do that we see very often. One is not having an optimized tablet and mobile experience. You think about it, when you're sitting there at night watching whatever your television show is, you've got your tablet, and you have to pinch and scroll and zoom in order to follow or look at a particular website, that obviously is going to impact conversion. And a great example of this is a company based out of the UK called Smythson. Smythson was the original manufacturer of the pocket diary, the daily planner, if you will, 120 years ago. And today has lots of fantastic leather goods. Smythson decided to do a mobile-first strategy. They understood that their customers were primarily interacting with them on tablet and on mobile. And so they started there, then built up to larger screens, if you will, from there, and had tremendous success. So companies who take the time to understand their customers and where mobile is applicable, really optimize the experience there, we see tremendous results. In the case of Smythson, over 100% increase in conversion just from doing that.
And Pete, I want to ask you in just a moment about how you've seen design affect conversion, but I have a similar tale to tell. I was interviewing REI at Email Summit, and they were very interested in getting into responsive design and mobile and reaching out to their customers. Well, they did it for the inbound channel, but not the website. So they had this great email that was perfect for mobile, everyone read it on mobile. They click through, they'd end up at this landing page with 600 products, 6,000 products, totally not optimized for mobile conversion. So you also have to think through, as you said, the design of the website. Don't just think part of the funnel, just email or whatever, and how are you actually going to walk customers through that journey and they don't actually get derailed to an experience that isn't optimized for mobile. What have you seen with design affecting conversion?
Design is obviously one of the most important elements to conversion, but I think it really kind of should go a step beyond that in terms of, or maybe preceding that, where I think the misalignment of a marketing and advertising strategy to the individual product page is an absolute killer when it comes to conversion. So if that page is not specific to the ad that's being displayed or the message that's being displayed, be it on social or email, that conversion rate's going to plummet, and it's going to be a real problem, and it's going to skew the conversion rate that you understand your website has. I'd also advise kind of the webinar attendees to consider a per product conversion rate understanding as opposed to a site-wide, because there's going to be some winners and losers in products. So what you want to do is kind of understand what products are selling best and group them in a way where you know that these pages are optimized, and kind of take those that aren't fully maximizing the user experience and modify them, optimize them, and ultimately you'll take those pages to a higher conversion rate as well. So design, obviously important. I would say the alignment of your marketing and advertising to the individual product page is very important, and to really nail down some specifics on per product conversion rate, which I think is a really good opportunity to grow.